Hey guys. So I know it's been a while since my last video, I believe over a month at this point. Uh, I've just had some personal issues that have been going on, and just due to these, I kind of just ran out of steam and motivation for making videos. However, there was something that happened last week during the Nintendo Direct that kind of brought the spark back a little bit. And that was the fact that a brand new Fire Emblem game was revealed, and it already has a release date. And that got me really excited. And that's actually what the subject of this video is. Now, if you are new to my channel, I am a huge fan of Fire Emblem, and it's actually probably one of my favorite game series of all time. And I know that this channel has mainly focused on Pokemon in the past, but I do hope to do a playthrough with this new Fire Emblem game and possibly make some content on it. So if you do enjoy Fire Emblem, or if you are just new to this channel and enjoy the sound of my voice, why not consider subscribing? Anyways, I'm going to give you guys a good recreation of my reaction to the video when I still saw it, because, well, honestly, I'm still in shock that it is coming out so soon. Anyway, let's go ahead and see what, let's just watch the trailer. Oh, I was watching it a little bit. We are going to turn the play speed back to normal. And I already want to say that I really enjoy this artwork here. Just what they've got going on. I know you can't see my mouse, but just, I really like this style of artwork. And you can see a bunch of the old heroes kind of circling around. I think there was Marth in there, Ellie Wood, Lynn, Hector, I think, was in there. Byleth, I think I saw up there. Yeah, there you go. There you got Lynn right there. You got Lucina. Oh, that's just, they're so cool. I love that they're bringing back everyone back. And I enjoy that they're bringing dragons back. In fact, one thing that I'm excited for is the possible return of Mannequins. Because Mannequins have always been my favorite. Ah, yes. Here, the protagonist awakens. Already meeting up with some other characters. And already a big fight going on. I wonder when in the game that will happen. Couple new characters it looks like being introduced there. I love the acrobatics on the spear there. You got a mage, and here they introduce actually the gimmick I really like, which is just being able to fuse with the person in your ring. I forget what they call it, even though I've watched this trailer quite a few times. And then engage. I honestly, the name Engage is kind of grown on me a little bit. When I first saw it, I was like, okay, that's a bit of an interesting name, Fire Emblem Engage. But the more I thought about it, the more I sat on it, it's not too bad of a name in my opinion. I actually quite like it. Anyway, this right here, this next part, this feels very reminiscent of, I believe it was Awakening, where that's the start of the game. Your main character wakes up and you got, you know, what is it, Crom and Lissa? Was that his sister's name? It's been a while since I've played Awakening, but that's what they say. It's, you know, you're awake, hey, and then you immediately jump into battle. I also like that they have voiced the protagonist this time around. I know that was something I really enjoyed in Three Hopes with Shez, that they had that character voiced. Because the silent protagonist kind of, I mean, it works. It works sometimes. But I'm glad that they have this protagonist voiced. I do love the backgrounds that they've done as well. The backgrounds look really great. Like, look at that. Just the fact that he's attacking from the castle there. Let me go back a little bit. Like, you have one character attacking from atop a castle, and then you have another flying unit, and then you get into battle, and the archer is shown being on the little garrison, and then the unit flying. That's just a really nice, you know, touch of detail that I really enjoy. I also like this right here, the fact that, oh, I mean, a female character, I assume female character, is punching and kicking things, which usually has been, in the past Fire Emblem games, a male-only kind of thing. I know in Three Houses, anyone could use the gauntlets, but the classes themselves were male only, which was something that I was kind of annoyed with because I wanted to do just a full gauntlet run that I couldn't end up doing because some of the characters I wanted to use, well, couldn't, level up and use the gauntlets. But that's one thing I really like. The break, that is another cool thing that I enjoy. And a 126 crit, like, this reminds me of, back in the day where you had the triangle attack with 3, you surround an enemy with 3 Pegasus Knights and you get, like, the triangle attack. That's what it reminds me of, and I really hope that comes back in this game, because that was always a really cool feature. And then this right here, you see Marth on one side, and then Sigurd, which I believe was from a game that was never localized to English. Everything about this, I don't know, I really enjoy it, because you get Marth with the new character, who's a dragon child. Very interesting. That's the first time I've noticed that, part dragon. Although they really seem to like making main characters dragons in these games. But this is the cool thing, the emblem rings, where, you put it on, you team up with that person and gain a little bit of a boost. Now, one thing I wonder is, because you have this character who is an Alfred, you have Alfred and Sigurd, who I think both used horses. They both appear to be on horses here. I wonder if that's one thing that will, you have to match up the hero with that type of class. Like, if the hero has a horse, you have to match it up with, a cavalry class. Very interested to see what they have in store later on. And then just some more attack animations there. I really like the break. I do enjoy the fact that you're able to walk around and free roam still. That was something I really enjoyed in Three Houses. And this was something I wanted to talk about as well, because I've noticed this both a couple times that I've watched it. It's always kind of... Let me get back there real quick. This right here. So you have Citrine, I believe. That's how I'm going to pronounce it, Citrine. And just going through, so different costumes are going to be available in the game, which I think is a really cool thing. I really like customizing the characters in Three Houses. And there's just more of it here. And it looks like there's also an accessories thing if we were able to move to the right. But here we got something like Noble Jacket, the Sunlit Apron, Floral Apron, the Blue Sky Dress, One Piece, and Training Wear. And the one thing that always gets me is the One Piece. Are they going to have bathing suits on the characters in these games? Just, I don't know, something that always catches my attention and that I think is funny. Okay, that right there, a little cringe, the emblem engage, but, so far I'm enjoying everything I've seen. Everything looks very clean, at least from this trailer. You got Celica in the background there with Celine. And it looks like whatever they're using, things can't counterattack. Couple enemies and other characters being shown there. And then the dragon, I'm assuming the final boss. It'd be really cool if they did a fake out and that wasn't the final boss. But everything about this so far, I have really, really enjoyed. Fire Emblem Engage, and the thing that got me the most, why I'm still in shock, is the fact that it's coming out in just a couple of months. Just a couple of months, this is coming out January 20th, 2023. That is right around the corner. Now, I did point out everything I wanted to in that video, but there was one other thing that was announced that I want to go over real quick. And this was released just a day or so after the main trailer was released. And let me go ahead and pull that up real quick. And that is the Fire Emblem Engage Divine. And that was the Fire Emblem Engage Divine Edition. It is actually currently all sold out on the Nintendo website. But this is actually something that I have already pre-ordered. So I am super excited for when this game comes out. I did get Three Houses. I got their collector edition. So I figured I'd do the same thing for Engage here. So when this game comes out in January, I will most likely make a video going over the contents of the Divine Edition, because, I mean, I think it looks really cool. If we go through kind of what's there real quick, we'll pop this up a little bit. I don't think I'll be able to zoom in too much. Let me try. We're doing this on the fly. We're professional on this channel. So I think that's as good as I'll get it right now. But if we look at it here real quick, you get the full kind of box. That's the same thing I got with the 3 houses, just a bigger a box of everything. And then the one thing that I think is cool, if I'm reading this correctly, is not only do you get the base game case, but you also get the Steelbook, which, looking at it here, appears to be missing the Nintendo logo, the ERSB rating, and then I think there's another little... Oh, and the Fire Emblem Engage kind of title. That was one thing I was bummed about when I bought the 3 Houses one, is the fact that I just got the Steelbook, because I really did like the normal artwork for the game. So I'm glad that this one, it looks like they're given both the plastic box as well as the Steelbook. The next thing that I find to be very, well, I enjoy are the art cards. And from what I've been able to decipher here, not only does it give some artwork of the character, it gives the name of the character, and I believe the game that they originated in. So just seeing here, I can point out, I mean, Marth is up at the front one. Behind him, that's Celica. And then behind that, I think that's Sigurd. I can't really make out the name from where I'm sitting. But yeah, I think that'll be really cool. It'll most likely go over all of the previous protagonists of the game that most likely appear in this game. If it were to go through all the protagonists of all the games, that would be super cool. But most likely just the characters that are going to appear in Fire Emblem Engage. And then you get a poster, which actually looks really cool. So you have kind of the red and blue contrast with someone in the middle there. It looks like that was the girl that they showed at the beginning of the trailer who was under the tree. So she will most likely have a, well, probably a pretty big relevance to the plot. But then you get to see, you know, different characters here, and because some are split from red and blue, that leads me to wonder if there's going to be a split storyline that they seem to like to do in, you know, the previous titles that have come out. I know 3 Houses, you got a couple different storylines. I believe there was 4 endings altogether, and then before that with Fates, also 3 different endings there. So I wonder if this game will also have something similar. And then finally, last but not least, maybe my favorite thing out of all of these is the art book that comes with it. The art book is just something that, I mean, you get to see the process of how they created these characters. You get little tidbits of information, the little notes from the artists and everything. Yeah, that's what comes in the Divine the Divine Edition. I was going to say the Divine Dragon Edition. But yeah, I mean, I think that's going to do it for this video. I'm just super excited for Fire Emblem Engage. If you do want some more, well, if you want more videos on Fire Emblem Engage, just let me know in the comments. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I do hope to see you in the next one. Bye!